Hello and welcome to today's Salus3 Cloud product release video for minor release version 2.12.1. In today's video, we are going to cover the enhancements, bug fixes, and new reports which we have released in this minor release version 2.12.1. So to start off with the new enhancements, we have created a new report type field when creating a safeguarding incident report within the cases module. So you're able to report whether the incident is a concern, a report, or an immediate threat. Also for the cases module, any pending central alerting system alerts will now appear in your pending task list on your dashboard, to save you having to go into the cases module to see if there's anything that requires review. It is now possible to rename the Your Manager field within the cases module, and you can do this through the organization admin area for the cases module configuration. Email notifications that will be sent out from next week will include fleet and ambu tag records in there, so upcoming services, MOTs that are due, tax that are due sort of within the next 30 days. So those will now appear in the organization email notifications. You are now able to record both insurance and breakdown expiry dates against your fleet vehicles. You are able to record if any staff or employees are on probation. We have a new yes no field available within the HR module. We have created a new linked user account box within the employee details screen within the HR module. So once you've linked an employee to a user account, you'll be able to see that user account username and email, and clicking on the user account ID will take you to that employee's user account. We have also added a new work location tab to the employee details to be able to record the office location, which is a configurable drop-down list in organization admin, work number, and also the line manager, which populates from your active Salus3 user list. There is also within the organization admin area an enable region field drop-down box. If you set this to yes, so by default it's set to no. If you set this to yes, you'll then get a region drop down within the work location tab, and you can customize that again within the organization admin area. When entering application notes within the HR module, you will now be able to see who has entered a note linked to an application. There is also a new configuration option for the HR module, where every night the system will update the user account email address or mobile phone number from the HR record. So if a user updates it themselves to the portal, or your administration team updates it, it will then just keep the user account in sync. That's turned on by default. If you don't want that to happen, then you can set that to no yourself. We released in the last release, I think, the ability to email PRF advice from a full PRF, but that functionality was not available on the minor PRF. That is now there, and that works in exactly the same way. Moving on to training courses, we have now entered a notes field As part of these updates, we've now put some tabs in on training courses. So there's a new notes tab in the notes field for you to enter any general notes that you want to record. And then there's also a client info tab. This will allow you to search or create a client from the CRM contacts and link that into the training course record. So that's it for the new enhancements. Moving on to some of the bug fixes. There was an issue not being able to remove linked PRFs from post-event reports. Not able to delete individual service demands. You're not able to remove or delete archived vehicles from the system. So you'll see in the next slide, there's a new report that shows archived vehicles. You'll then be able to click into a vehicle and then delete it should you wish to do that. We released Fuel Up in the last release, but the report link to show the data that entered wasn't working, so that is now there. Within the library module, there was an issue with deleting sort of library categories and document types from organization admin, and also deleting individual documents. So that's all been fixed. An issue not being able, again, in organization admin to delete service demand types or edit cases action types. So that's all been fixed. And then within PRF Manager charts, there's now, you can see the option to delete units, response mode, and other service on that sort of front page. And email notifications for mental capacity. When yes was being selected, an email notification was going out to say that the mental capacity had been sort of set. That was wrong. That should have been done it when you select no. For the patient does not have mental capacity. So that has now been fixed as well. So all these bugs on this slide have been resolved. And then moving on to reporting, 3 new reports in this release. So there's a department incident reports for the cases module, which basically just shows you if you're using departments, it'll show you the department. So for your statistics, because we released the on probation drop-down list for employees, we created a report to show you any employees that are on probation, and as just mentioned, a report of archived vehicles in the fleet module. So that's it. It's only a minor release, this release, so quite a short video on the enhancements, bug fixes, and reporting so far. So our roadmap has been updated, so that's available. The link on screen, and the link will be available in the video description sort of below. Usual plug about Canny, where you can log your new feature requests, enhancement ideas, and bug reports, and also upvote any sort of feature requests that you'd like to see implemented. Just some statistics from the current April month. We've had quite a few come in over the past week or so, which we've not got around to triaging yet. So they'll be looked at in due course and fed into our development schedule, which is quite busy at the moment. So as they get developed, as they get triaged into the schedule, Canny will be updated. If you've created those requests or you've upvoted them, you should get an email notification when those updates are posted onto it. And then very quickly, just a few other items. So Salus3 offline development, an email went out to all the organization administrators last week, maybe 10 days ago, with the latest updates. There'll be a link. I'll leave a link in the video description below to a copy of that email. Basically, we are developing a version which you'll be able to run on a Windows 8 and above based device, whether that's a tablet, a toughbook, a laptop. We've had a couple of requests about if other platforms will be supported. We have the potential to support Mac OS 10, possibly a Linux, Ubuntu, distribution as well. In terms of Android and iOS, that is still kind of on hold due to the significant cost involved with developing a custom app. But with what we're doing with this new sort of base product, we're hoping to get something out quite quickly that you can at least install on the laptop or a Windows 8 to 10 based tablet, which will then sort of work offline, and then you'll be able to sync up to the system. And we're hoping to have a beta test available in the next week or two. If you're interested in beta testing, if you look in the link below to the email update, there's a button which takes you through to complete a form, and you'll get further information once that time comes around. Just on support requests, if you have any support requests, if you can try and email them through to us, through to our support email, which is support@salus3.co.uk, or by completing the support form within Salus3. By doing it those two ways, all support requests go into our support channel, into our support ticketing system, sorry, and it just allows us to keep track and manage your support so we don't end up forgetting things. We do get messages through to the Facebook page. Sometimes we get LinkedIn messages to the company page. If we can try and keep it to our support mailbox or the support form of Salus3, just means we can support you quicker and just less risk that we might miss something. And then following from that, configuration and change requests. Just a reminder, we can only accept support tickets to make changes to accounts and systems from organization administrators that are within Salus3. We've recently seen a lot of end users contacting us for configuration changes, and from a security point of view, we're not able to process those. So whether you just want to put a reminder out to your users, they do need to be an organization administrator for us to do things. If you have a user who you are, you're happy to request those changes but don't need to be an organization administrator in Salus3 Cloud, if you put them on as a contact within the Service Center billing panel, we can use that as a form of authorization as well. If you need support with any of that, just drop us an email and we can assist. And then finally, just that we've got a new website with some new information. Not 100% finished. We've still got some work to do. But hopefully, yeah, our new website to try and explain and demo our product a bit nicer. So that's it for today's video. A nice, quick and short one, as it is only a minor release. But as usual, any sort of problems or questions, just drop us an email, support@salus3.co.uk.